time. Alright. Wait, got one more thing to type out first. There. Anyways, sorry for the delays, though technically did start the stream on time. I knew technicalities, you know that. But anyway, oh, wrong thing. Thing I hate about games, you have to wait for them to load when you mess up. But yeah, completed everything here. Surprised Talum's story didn't have anything to do with the character. Oh, hey, Azaria, welcome to the stream. It's going to be up till 11:30, I know, similar to my old hours. Hopefully Jackal will make it. But yeah, technically this is the wrap-up stream for SoulCalibur VI. I completed the main story of Libra of Soul as the Oracle. But there's still some loose ends you gotta wrap up, you know? Can't leave any loose ends. Anyway, man, how are you? I realized I forgot to do something. Technical difficulties, don't worry, we will be back up soon. Oh, tired because of work? Well, at least you're working, man. Gonna do this here, that there. Okay. Yeah, I forgot to do my create a private party thing first. I need to get over that habit. Anyway, I don't know if you've been catching up to the streams on YouTube. Heck, it was actually an hour ago I posted last night's stream. But we've pretty much completed the story. As I said, loose ends. Starting with more of the Raphael story, and I can't wait for Tuesday because that's when Amy, his adoptive daughter and fan favorite, comes DLC in this game. Now, personally, I'm waiting for Cassandra, Sophia's younger sister. What are you hawing about? World for her, seeking answers. Partly because Amy's maid had spoken with such passion, I made my way to the young lady's residence, which is somewhat beaten track. The manor's lord greeted me when I arrived. I know, man. Personally, I don't think it should have took this long to release Amy. I felt like it took them forever to release 2B. And what took them way too long to release the first clothing pack. which currently Oracle's creation uses a couple pieces of. When its vertical attacks do much more damage, defeat them all. When I arrived at the mansion, I was taken to the drawing room. Welcome to my mansion! I am Raphael, heir to Lord Dumas's estate! Yes, Raphael's French, so I'm using a crappy French accent. Dude, tell me about it! I mean... frickin' back when I was a kid, there was no such thing as DLC, so when a video game was released, it had to be completely finalized, there was no patches. What content was on the disc is what you paid for the first time around. And heck, I hate Capcom and other companies for doing the quote-unquote disc-locked DLC. If it's on the disc you already paid $60 for, you should be welcome to it. I don't think they should even list things as add-ons in the PlayStation Store or Xbox Marketplace. All because sometimes it's not really an add-on, it's already on the disc, but they lock it. Heck, I think the next character after Amy, Cassandra, should be frickin' already out. Hell, I bet you she's probably on that disc already. Cassandra's my waifu, okay? Well, you came to the museum. I thank you from the bottom of my heart. As a token of appreciation, allow me to host you for dinner tonight. It really is the least I could do, mon chéri. Yeah, I bet you actual French-speaking people will probably be offended when they hear me do that French accent. During dinner, Raphael busted up his library. So once we had finished our meal, we stepped out into the garden, head into the annex to see it. Amy says you are capable of fighter. How about a little duel? No need to hold back with me. I taught Amy everything she knows. 'Cause I'm a French bastard.
Battle 1. Fight!
I hate that move!
Ready? Finished!
I'm a Raphael main, and I can't even do that move. Oh, come on, really? Gotcha. How you like that, huh? Ouch. Never piss off the Oracle.
Try to have some dignity.
Oh, come on, he caught me. Yeah, that's gonna hurt. Ouch.
Still want more? Well now. Not yet.
It's time!
Really?
Have some dignity.
Baited me my old trick.
Still want more?
Believe it or not, I do not hate the French. The French just hate me. Just when I thought I had him beat, my legs grew weak and I stumbled in a flash. Raphael had the tip of his rapier against my throat. I froze. With what I learned in my investigations, judging from the power you display, it has to be you. I was wise to take precautions. Well then, Oracle, I think I can safely assume you know about the evil seed and the disaster that befell this world in 1583. I could feel my limbs grow numb. My food had been poisoned. Raphael continued, his blade never wavering at my throat. At that time, everything I owned, my land, my worldly possessions, was taken from me. I had nothing. But then I met Amy. Amy is the sun that lightens my life, and the reason I wake up every morning. That is why I seek information on Soul Age, so she may know true happiness. Raphael's cold tone warmed back to his usual friendly cadence. Alas, I have many enemies, but with your assistance, my investigations will proceed at a much brisker pace. Should you choose to help me, you will be rewarded handsomely. So, what say you? I say he's crazy. Sorry, but even Oracle Canon would not help this man. Never truly fool have met, prepare to die. All who stand in the way of Amy's happiness shall. Tip his rapier goes against my throat. What are you doing, Raphael? Amy? Oh, we're just having a little bit of fun. Indeed, you said yourself, didn't you? Zaragas here was quite adept. As you can see, though, I am as the victor. Because you poisoned your opponent, you jackass. Raphael seized his rapier for walking over to Amy. If you change your mind, come see me. Let's head back inside, shall we, Amy? I watched the pair head into the mansion. Raphael said he wouldn't bring Amy happiness, but how did the cursed sword fit into those plans? I pondered the question as I left to continue my journey. Okay, before I continue, you still awake, right? Okay, does it say that I'm actually streaming SoulCalibur VI? It ain't saying it is on my end. Let me fix it. It's not a reason when I start the stream, it messes up. Oh, come on, it's still not saying it? I know I am streaming SoulCalibur VI. Well, I know the stream title says it's SoulCalibur VI Episode 8, but the Twitch itself isn't saying that I'm streaming it. I'm gonna try refreshing on my end. Okay, just refreshed after that last one. It's saying that I am streaming SoulCalibur VI. Of course, I gotta wait for an advertisement to play, cause freaking Twitch. Okay. It should... Alright, looks like I fixed it finally. 15 minutes in the stream, and it kept saying that I wasn't streaming anything. Well, some odd reason it was messing up for me when I had an ad block on, so I had to disable my ad blocks. Alright, let's continue. Will Taha, the final piece. Oh, I agree. If they do break the stream, they don't deserve to be played. I just wish more people would put a leash on their ads. But sadly, that will never be. Anyway, I wondered what Raphael planned to do with the information he was gathering about the cursed sword. Perhaps I'd learn more by giving him the texts I had collected. Collected those last stream. The documents in hand are returned to Raphael's mansion. Marvelous! I knew I could rely on you. Raphael wasted no time. Begin read documents I brought on the spot. Interesting. After reading them from start to finish, he let us The writings you retrieved for me was the first two sections of a 3-section piece. I have the final one here. Raphael pulled out a document from a shelf. I've obtained this recently. Read it yourself. Final section of the author called The Scholar of the Future described a failed attempt to create the ultimate seed. Only those present at Osterheinsberg Castle during the attempt knew exactly what had happened. I pondered who Scholar was. Suddenly it hit me. A shiver ran down my spine. Regarding that spirit sword the author referred to, there seems to be no references to it in any historical record, or spoken in any rumor or folktale. I can't tell if it was something made to increase the power of the cursed sword, or something that was made up. But it appears the Scholar of the Future fellow and his plans for the ultimate seed were thwarted by the conduit, wielding the true sword, which is likely to be the real Soul Edge. That's right, the player character who the Oracle is right now is the conduit. The conduit. Damn. I need to be more careful when I do those accents. In other words, if this conduit figure really exists, then I have no doubt that Soul Edge also exists. Presume you feel the same? Raphael looked at me, his gaze sharp and threatening as his rapier. But let us celebrate for now. With this, I am one step closer to crafting the perfect world for my beloved Amy. These documents will prove a valuable resource to me. Soul Edge, I will know your secrets, this I swear. What driven Raphael to this? Is this really what Amy wanted in the Scholar of the Future? I left the mansion with more questions than answers. Oh really, what have you been drinking? Ah, sparkling water? Really? That stuff is the worst. And I get a warrior standing in my way. Bandit leaped out. Time to kick bandit butt. Some kombucha, huh?
Your soul surges in your body.
A level 43 sword, I don't need it. Bird... Deadly treasure, bird-friendly rumors. During my travels, I had stopped at a small roadside settlement. As I was enjoying my breakfast at the inn, the owner and a visiting traveler struck up a conversation. By the way, have you heard? They say this area is run by Versi, the legendary merchant of death. Yeah, of course I heard. Anyone who's old enough to know about Versi and the House of Berg long ago used his wealth to control this entire area. So it is true, then. The traveler sitting next to me leaned forward. It is also true that Versi left all his treasures buried deep beneath some nearby ruins. I hear it's protected by a creepy guardian that no one's ever defeated. You'll believe everything I hear. The Berg family lost their fortune during the war, and whatever is left sold to rival merchants for a fraction of its worth. The only people who believe there's some hidden treasure are gullible outsiders. As he finished speaking, the owner called away by another patron. He's got no sense of adventure. Ain't that right, sister? Perhaps looking for vindication after a cold reception you received from the owner, the traveler turned to me. Alright, dude. I'll see you back in 10. Hey, what do you think about the treasure? I think it exists. I knew you would agree. Look, you've got a taste for these stories too, huh? Traveler stared at me, making some sort of calculation. You look like you're very capable. Alright, let's settle it then. That settles it then. I'll cover your tab. Here, take this too. Consider the first half of your payment, right? Then let's go! The traveler paid his tab, then slid me some money before promptly leaving the inn. Didn't know what he was on about, but I wasn't about to take his money and leave. I headed out to the inn and followed the man. Oh man, since that was my ancestral land, I should have tried to do a Greek accent, because Sicilian language is Italian with a Greek accent. Daily treasure, Guardian. During my time in a settlement, I met travelers searching for Versi's hidden treasure. Fetchies. Well, I always call him Versi, but it's Fetchy. He had some interesting information. Opponent can survive a deadly blow with a small amount of health, defeat them. As we walked, Traveler told me he had definite proof exists of Archie's hidden treasure. In that he was at the inn looking for a bodyguard to deal with the treasure's guardian. Story of the Money Pit, underground vault where Archie's treasure was hidden, is well known among thieves and bandits. And to top it off, my brother actually found the treasure. The letter is proof of it. In the letter, brother had said after he found the island where the money pit was located, he took some of the treasure and hid it in the mountains to the east. It's the last I heard of my brother. He was pretty greedy good for nothing, so he probably snuck back into the money pit and was done in by the guardian. Ah, here it is. There's a thin crevice shadowed by a boulder match drawing in the letter. Inside a small recess, the bundle wrapped in a worn-out cloth. The traveler took out the bundle and unraveled it. Several jewels larger than more radiant than any I'd ever seen came rolling out. Well, as long as I got these, I can live a life of blah. Suddenly, a smile so fresh on his face, traveler fell flat onto the jewels. From the massive spurt of blood dripped from his neck, obviously his head. Behind them, a strange man holding an unusual weapon in each hand. Cool. Ah, cool. Now I have to fight a frickin' gimp. shit. Oh, that was mean, dude.
Ready? It's time. Be gone. Cease. Ready? Kick again. Scatter.
Even I thought I defeated him, the man still contorted to a grotesque pose, began to sidle towards me at surprising speed. Real-time react, I kicked him into the rocky crevice where treasure had been, then sprinted down the mountain without looking back. See the guardian of the money pit? I only hoped I didn't run into him again. The accursed, huh? As I looked around the curio merchant's store, eyes fell upon a sword that locals believed to be the cursed. Its name, Sledge? Will introduce attack power if their attacks are poisonous. Okay. The antique shop is located in a merchant city along the coast. The shop was filled to the brim with oddities, paintings, and carvings, sets of armor, foreign pottery, strange masks, and other wares. One jet caught my eye. A sword decorating the shop wall. The merchant said it saw my gaze fixed on it and approached me. Sis. Sis, something fancy? That sword is known as Soul Edge. It's extremely rare blade. The legend says that the now deceased Virgin Mercy spent his entire life to get his hands on it. And he even commissioned a pirate Cervantes to search for the sword. Unfortunately for Mercy, once Cervantes found the sword, he refused to give it up. The shop owner suddenly lowered his voice. Truth is, the sword is cursed. It kills all people who wield it. I've sold this thing to many people, but it keeps finding its way back to my shop. Previous owners, they all died. Locals started calling it the cursed sword. So do you believe in curses? Cursed or not, I can tame it. You quick bold one, aren't you? Then maybe you should be the one who wields this blade. So that's about it. Would you like to make a purchase? I examined the sword once more, sensing nothing. It was just simply as evident to me that this was not Soul Edge. They informed the shop owner that this was forgery. An ugly look flashed across his face. Just when I thought I found another sucker. Alright, boys, get out here. Several brown men appeared from the back of the shop. Sorry, but it's just business. I can't have you leaving here and spreading rumors about me. That would hurt my bottom line.
Hey, take this!
This is gonna hurt.
Yeah, hurt you.
Just die.
and shoot. There's done.
Hey, ready?
Be up soon! You beaten them all by yourself? That's not possible! After being handed over to the authorities, the shop owner revealed everything about Sinister's scheme. He claimed the sword was cursed, sell it at bargain price, kill those who bought it, take the blade back to sell again. This given some sort of credence of fabricated curse. There were many curious men and women who were eager to such an oddity and paid for it with their lives. The blade was not soulless, however the curse was real, curse born from the minds of men. Taking this lesson to heart, I continued on my journey. Alright. Well, sadly dinner didn't get done before the stream started, so I will be right back. And I am back. Aw, man. Took me like 7 minutes. Maybe we should just brought the food down. And Iz isn't even back yet either. Just gonna check something out real quick. Someone liked the fact that I linked out the stream on Twitter, but they didn't really attend. But yeah, hope I trolled that dude well. Okay, back to the stream. Trader at the Iberian Peninsula south. It's time I finish this other quest line. Certain of the Iberian Peninsula, I could find the cacao beans, a landowner near Samarkand sought. A merchant who had just returned from his travels experienced trouble with hoodlums said give me half the wares they had picked up if I dealt with them. Only 2 enemies, defense and guard well. Okay. I barely survived that. This is gonna be a pain in the drain. Again, I hate facing Raphael's moveset. It's because I know it does not mean I can actually perfectly defend against it.
But how? Not yet. It's time. Ha! Sit right here.
This
Huh? Sit. Ready?
The merchant gave me some expensive cacao beans. I need to hurry to deliver them to Samarkand.
Your soul surges in your body.
I wonder what's taking Azaria so long. Oracle, I knew you would come. I just knew it. When I arrived at the mansion, Lord Zyre came rushing out to greet me. My friend, please talk some sense into her. She refuses to listen to me. Next to her was Lord himself, looking extremely concerned. Had something happened? Get below my nose real quick. Oh, such rich aroma. So these are cacao beans. Cacao! Entered the mansion, young lady immediately began grinding the beans to mortar, and intriguing aroma soon filled the air. Perhaps I refuse to allow you to go on this foolish journey. No, really, it's too far dangerous. Far too dangerous. My dear father, thanks for the foods which your oracle kindly brought to me. I am as fit as a flea. I've come to realize that the can give a person strength and courage. Young lady tilted the mortar, pouring brown substance to several cups. After adding hot water and red powder, she handed one to me. Here you go, a fresh cup of cocoa. I can't pronounce it. Enjoyed by the people of New World. Took a sip, curious taste filled my mouth. Interesting. Interesting. The rich aroma fills my nostrils, and the invigorating taste soothes my tongue, the bitterness stimulating my mind. A vision! It's warm black earth of the New World that I see before me. Now try this drink of Spanish merchants called chocolate. The young lady handed me another cup. I took a sip. Taste buds exploded. It was so sweet. The spice of the previous cup had been replaced with what felt like a vat of sugar. Sounds! The smoothness, the warmth. Oh, I feel calm as today as my wife. May she rest in peace. Appear in my eyes as I lie here dreaming. Don't you see, Father? Just as people could change when introduced to other people, food could change when introduced to other cultures. And more importantly, food gives people strength, courage, and joy. Next time I encountered new people and new food, I recovered from my illness. The world is a joy to me now. Through food, I wish to give happiness to others, as Oracle has given to me. Lord's cheeks were wet with tears. He had a great sigh and smiled at his daughter. What a fool would refuse your wish. However, I must insist that you do not push yourself too hard. When your turn, you must regale me in your stories of happiness you found in your travels. Promise me. Oh, Father, of course I promise you. The only city, Samarkand, a city comings and goings. Soon the city will say farewell to another newly minted traveler whose future lies ahead of her. No, that's just a search of strength. Yeah, I'll do the search of strength first, then I'll do the other one. They put me in my journey with our pride as warriors at stake, we begin our battle.
Battle 1. Fight! Battle 2. Fight!
It's time.
Level 30 sword. Really? Second samurai, golden-haired warrior. To my sojourn, I met a samurai with blonde hair. He turned out to be another who was set on fighting Soul Edge. All attacks counter hits for both you and your opponents. Defeat your opponent. Yes, bring us disabled. Small 7 minutes stopped by buzzing rumors of a man at the katana searching for Soul Edge. It had to be Mitsurugi. I heard that he'd only just time decided to pursue him. State your purpose. His armor and katana were that of samurai, but I've ever seen blonde hair and blue eyes of that on Europeans. So I never heard rumors of him and confused him with a friend. He seemed amused. Is that so? Well, I was beginning to think I was the only blonde samurai in the world. I told my acquaintance to search for Soul Edge too, his expression changed. Soul Edge, you say? You must know more about this friend of yours. I told him about Mitsurugi. I cannot allow another to outdo me. You say you fought this Mitsurugi? Well then, you and he must be relatively equal in strength. In that case, my name is Arthur and I request a duel. Wow, you're late by almost 20 minutes. All you missed out was me taking a 7-minute dinner break as well as kicking the butt of a freaking gimp.
Battle 1. Fight! Prepare to die!
It's time.
Oh. Well, that's a good reason to leave the stream for a second.
Cease.
Battle 2. Fight! You lack
Oh, shoot.
resolve!
Ready?
Stop this!
It's time. Be gone. Cease. Scatter.
For anyone who doesn't know, Arthur was Mitsurugi's palette swap used in the Korean and British versions of SoulCalibur. Let's talk about the original Dreamcast version, which, as I stated before, I have a copy, and believe it or not, I still have a Dreamcast. Bravo, excellent! On the other hand, I'm disappointed in myself. Hey man, Dreamcast was like the console that was released too late. Yes, I still got one. Heck, my PS3, which still works, also plays PS1 discs. If only I still had all my PS1 discs, including my Soul Blade. At least the PS2 could play PS1 games, unless you have a Slim. I'm sure those play PS1 games as well. But yeah, as I was saying earlier, Arthur was Mitsurugi's palette swap that they used in... Yeah, it depends on the make. As I was saying, was his palette swap they used in Soul Calibur for the English, UK, and Korean releases because they didn't want any samurai influence. Though he had Mitsurugi's armor and sword, they tried to portray him more like a knight. Also, he does appear in SoulCalibur VI as the default of the new katana discipline they had. But yeah, it makes me mad when they freaking, in like Soul Calibur Broken Destiny and 5, when they did create a character based on characters, they'd always forget about Arthur and use Miser for Mitsurugi style. It used to make me so angry. But hey, at least they would have Li Long and Huang right. But anyway, it would be a great pleasure to cross swords with this Mitsurugi fellow. But if he also seeks soul edge, I have no doubt our paths will cross. Arthur's expression suddenly turned sour. Soul edge must be mine and mine alone. His high-minded quest for strength reminded me of Mitsurugi, yet I couldn't shake the feeling that Arthur was heading for trouble. Watching him walk away, I felt a strange connection to him. I was certain that this meeting was not our last. Looks like the next step's in Kashgar. Once Samurai Mitsurugi's whereabouts. I have to face Bolta again. If Bolta was canon, she would definitely be my waifu, replacing Cassandra. While in Kashgar, I met Bolta again. She informed me of a swordsman from the east that helped her sell some merchandise by performing a demonstration with her. Opponent's attack has a high likelihood of crushing my guard, reduce their health below a certain level to win. When I entered Kashgar, a pricky voiced familiar blacksmith floated through the air. Volta. Come on, come on! What do for you today, ladies and gentlemen? Why, this giant axe, the finest example of woot steel you'll ever see. Oh, isn't it Oracle? How are you? When you fix that weapon up, or are you looking for something to buy? Volta was buoyant as ever, asked her if there was any reason she was so chipper. Found me another assistant, just like ya. He helped me put on shows. Some guy carrying a sword from the Eastern Island. He knew how to swing it good, too. I tell you, thanks to him, my sales are through the roof. Man of the sword from Eastern Island, Mitsurugi or Arthur, perhaps? Want to know more? Well, then you know the drill. Have at ya!
Don't die. You Hey. Take. Show. Leave here. Scatter. It's time. Be gone.
Of course, they didn't even let me finish my critical edge. Ooh, what a great day for business. I'm smiling so much, I'm gonna rest my cheeks later. Customers have been drawn by registration, finished their shopping, dispersed one by one. Eventually, it's just me and Bolta was practically jumping for joy. Asked her about the swordsman passed through earlier. Oh yeah, sorry. I was away with the fairies. You wanna know more about Mitsurugi? Bolta explained how Mitsurugi is earning a living recently as a hired sword. He stopped by her shop to stock up before setting out on his next job as a merchant's guard. By the looks of what you're planning to go after him, well, if you're ever around this neck of the woods again, let's get another registration going, okay? Seriously, they should use a chipper young girl voice for her. Let's see if I can get past the mountain. Yeah, I can. You know, usually when she's Jackal in the stream, Oracle loses her top a lot. But when you're here, she doesn't seem to lose anything. Second Samurai Reunion? Following Bolta's advice, made my way to the desert a short distance from town. There I managed to catch up with Mitsurugi. He hadn't changed one bit. No, I am serious, man. Every time the Jackals attend the streams, the Oracle's jacket, shirt, gloves would be... the central section would be destroyed. Do my eyes deceive me? Greetings, Oracle! The odds of us meeting here must be slimmer than a grasshopper's legs! Ha ha ha! Bolta's information led me straight to Mitsurugi, who's returning from his latest job, smile as infectious as ever. I heard my keep as a bodyguard, but the worst these odds have to offer are cowardly thieves, whose only real weapon is darkness of night. I fear my senses are growing dull. I knew what Mitsurugi's grin meant. He quickly drew my weapon. That's what I like to see. Better way to commemorate our reunion other than a duel. A duel.
Battle 1. Fight!
Ready? Scatter!
Saw it coming! That's it! You're so soft! Fight! Ring out!
Ring out.
Battle 2. Fight!
Ready?
Test his strength!
Ready? Finished!
Low kitchen off guard for triple edge.
Be gone! Cease! Take this! Ready? Ready? Scatter!
Saw it coming. Time to die.
Oh, come on, really?
Battle 3. Fight!
It's time! Hey! Scatter!
Yeah, they do.
It's time! Be gone! Cease! Ready? Again! Scatter!
Not yet.
What?
No!
Battle 4. Fight!
Ready? Test of strength.
You're finished!
Saw it coming. Time to die. Cuts.
It's time! Be gone! Cease! Leave here!
So slow.
Is this not
Yeah, the press is getting ring out twice. Oh!
The warrior now lays here to rest.
Hey, you can't add on like a million deaths or anything because you missed out on streams, dude.
Battle
Bullshit, I did not die 500 times.
ready? Leave here! Ready?
Ready?
Feudal! Scatter!
Eh. Damn it, she finally lost her top.
Time to end you.
Shit.
Depart this life. The end.
Think again! Leave here! Scatter! It's time! Leave here!
Never. Fight.
Haha.
Battle 3. Fight!
Feudal! Leave here! Bang!
Oh, really?
Battle 4. Fight!
Ready? It's time! Be gone! Cease!
shit.
Cease.
The curtain
Final battle.
falls.
Fight.
Ready? Hiya! Ha! Cha! Leap here! Tia! Ready? Ha! Scatter!
That's how you guard it, Mr. Rookie.
It's time. Be gone. Cease.
The true battle begins here. Take!
Hey, yeah, that's the first fight since she attended the stream that she's lost her top. Oracle, can't you keep your freaking top on, please? After we rode back to Kashgar, I was very satisfied Mr. Riggy when we walked to exchange tales of our exploits. Last time I saw my samurai friend, he was in search of Geralt. Finding a mysterious character had been no easy task. Mr. Riggy's dog and a spade off. He tracked Geralt back to the strange fortress they first met. Two warriors engaged in a fierce battle. However, Geralt suddenly claimed he had to return home immediately. Before victor could be declared, no less. Well, supposedly let you back to me. Maybe this time she'll lead me to him. Ha ha ha! And have you found any warriors worth speaking of? Talking about Arthur, blonde samurai searching for Soul Edge. So, him and I share the same goal, do we? Sergei eagerly leaned forward. Then, if you say he's a worthy opponent, I should find this Arthur post-haste! I had a feeling that Mr. Riggy might chase down his western counterpart. Oh, Namco, you beautiful bastards. Or should I be saying Project Soul was? Made a reference to the fact that Arthur is Mitsurugi's western counterpart. You gotta love it when those guys do that. Not in agreement, together we set off to search for Arthur. Hey, before I do anything, that is the last event thing. Second Samurai, separate ways. Finally we meet! You seek Soul Edge, do you not? I do. I do. You must be the one Oracle told me about, Mitsurugi, I believe. Indeed, you seem would be a worthy opponent. However, that sword must be mine, none other shall have it. Let your blade speak for you. If you wish to claim Soul Edge for yourself, you shall have to face me. Warriors drew their swords, they lunged once, twice, clashed their blades, sending sparks flowing like fireworks. Long they thought, but Mitsurugi's skills proved sharper. A well-placed blow sent Arthur's sword flying. Samurai placed the tip of his blade at his opponent's throat. Yeah, I lose. His sword unmoving, Mitsurugi flashed a grin, brimming with confidence. I know nothing of your plight, but your sword cannot... I know nothing of your plight, but your sword cannot harm me. Perhaps you search for Soul Edge to hold your skills. As you might guess, I am not Japanese. I was born in Western Europe. Arthur was an Englishman, a young sailor who crossed seas to Japan. Though a wealthy merchant had taken him in, he treated Arthur no better than an object for his collection. Make matters worse, Arthur's foreign features attracted prejudice from those around him, making his life miserable. And yet I was blessed with the love of my life, whom I now have a daughter. Finally, A family, no more do I need to suffer the world alone. It is my duty to protect them and respect those around me. And Soul Edge grant me that wish. Zergi lowered his sword, scratched his head. I cannot deny you have to deal so much. However, you have yet to understand any of this has to do with Soul Edge. Why do you need the respect of others? What do you mean? Trying to do their voices is rough on the throat. I was born in a family of peasants. But no man that chooses a warrior most would barely give me the time of day. But that matters not, for I'm stronger than them all. That not really what matters? So pray tell, what drives you to seek Soul Edge? Simple, I wish to become the strongest in the world. Tsurugi's booming laughter seemed to relax Arthur, who even managed to smile. Of course, my defeat makes sense to me now. Arthur picked up his sword and began gathering his belongings. As you say, no matter what I achieve, I will not change who I am in the eyes of those who belittle me. Perhaps my true desire will simply look down upon them for a change. Mr. Rigi, my friend, I shall return to Japan and my family. I shall never only draw my blade to protect my sword, to protect them. Now that's what's more important to you. That's what you should do. Rumors reach me a Soul Edge has been destroyed anyway. I shall take our meeting today as a sign for me to head home. Farewell! Arthur left his countenance struggling a huge weight from his shoulders. For once, Mitsurugi silenced me less thought. Like Arthur, he must have been some in the feeling his mind. Oracle, do my ears deceive me? Or did Arthur say Soul Edge had been destroyed? I told him he had correctly. Mitsurugi seemingly bolted after the last samurai. Wait, come back, Arthur! We must talk about Soul Edge's destruction! Once again, sounds familiar. What path did the two samurai walk? Where would it take them? I looked to the sky and lost myself in contemplation. I'm sorry, but in SoulCalibur VI, those two should be like a duo. Okay, this means I only got like a few things to wrap up. Oh yeah, since you're here, after the main game, astral fissures will pop up randomly in certain towns along the trail. And usually face someone's created character that they've shared online. Like this one's Destro. The Eval organization mission brought me word of another astral fissure. What sort of berserker would be facing this time? I had to just defeat him within a time limit. Okay. But yeah, this DCS70 dude created this character and has their shared one. My shared one's just Assassin's Creed based character I made, only named Creed, but yeah. It's a good chance to meet other creations. And if it's something you like before you start the battle, there's a feature to add the person to your watch list so you can download their character.
Battle 1. Fight!
Really? They made their Destro gold-headed?
Ready?
I don't even believe in perfection. But yeah, the weapons they wield are not exactly weapons of the creation most of the time. They're just randomly generated weapon types.
Ready?
It's like one of the coolest features of Libra of Soul. Other than a unique story with your own created character. As I stretched my hand towards the astral fissure, I felt two forces tugging me from the other side. In my mind, I heard a voice in my dreams, all that stuff. Reached for the Asher sword as it's the good one. Then the astral fissure vanished.
surges in your body.
These things will keep freaking appearing. It goes to Fate Spirit Scales. Back to everything that began, I learned about a legendary hero of old. I returned to the place where everything began. I really met Cecil here so long ago, I felt like it all happened to another person in another life. I suspected it was about time for you to return here. I turned to see Zaslamel striding towards me. Despite losing your connections to the swords, you have achieved much. You've become powerful enough to defeat the cursed sword incarnate. Which is what I'd like to say to you. But the truth is beyond the ken of mankind. Zaslamel whispered something and struck the ground, but out of sight. Next moment I felt like I was bound by steel chains, strained with all my might, but to no avail. Glancing about, I saw the clouds, grass, the trees, everything had stopped, all still. Listen carefully. Zaslamel spoke, unfazed by the motionless around us. Algol, the hero king, said to be a mere legend, but he is very real. Upon his death, his soul was sealed in astral chaos. There he awaits the moment he can be released. In truth, the spirit sword that Algol forged is simply part of the cursed sword, and so possesses the same properties. Each time you and I fought, I sensed the two swords, and also ever so faintly Algol himself. If my instincts are correct, rest in peace. Zaslamel raised his scythe, cold eye glittering on this light. Algol could be the great single threat to my plans. I will not take any chances. Zaslamel says toward my head, I readied myself for death. But was this? I felt phenomenal power surging within myself. An unbelievable speed erupted from me. The world itself melted and transformed. As in the astral chaos, Zaslamel stood before me, seemingly unperturbed by his surroundings. He once again raised his scythe. In an instant, I drew my weapon, deflected his blow. I could move again. A shock from the strike numbed my hands, but I focused around myself to fight. And I think I speak too fast. Get too fast, I speak too fast, I speak too fast, I speak very, very fast, I know. I can be an auctioneer, one better, two better, come on, sold the man.
Battle 1. Fight!
Permanently soul charge.
I've waited for this!
Ah, damn it.
My abyss shall take you! Satisfied now?
Damn. He's left. Might as well add to that death list. Shit.
It's time. Be gone. Cease. Ready?
now lays
And
here
another
to
death to the
rest.
list. Damn it.
Battle
1.
fight.
Actually, yeah, it would count as 220.
Just a slight burn, perhaps. Get a grip. Stay up.
Ready? Scatter! It's time. Be gone! Cease!
Not worthy.
Ready?
Apart from you. Are you done playing? Not worthy. I'll eat your hope in shreds. Fight.
It's time.
I knew it.
I misjudged my distance.
Think again. Scatter! Bang! It's time.
I've waited for this.
Damn it! He countered my critical edge with his own.
My abyss shall take you. Satisfied now?
Here! Go finish!
Get a grip.
Futile! Here!
Not worthy.
It's time.
Stay on me. Ready?
Scatter!
No.
It's time.
Now for my finishing touch.
Ha! Got him that time. I stared at my hands, my senses clearer and sharper than they had been before. Power flowed through my body, from my toes to the tips of my fingers. A few moments, roar of the astral, roar energy within me calmed, felt one with the astral chaos. Who was I until this moment? The world. The world shall belong to me. The moment has finally come. Heard a voice, this was from afar. Bright light gleamed from my eyes' spirit scales. As my consciousness faded, Zeslamel's voice reached me. Say your name. Keep an image of yourself in your mind. Hang into your identity. Resist the chaos. Sorry if I use the Undertaker impersonation from Zaslamel. Felt myself drift from the surface of the depths of a deep dark sea. When I opened my eyes, Zaslamel standing by my side. The astral chaos is a mire of confusion, an abyss infinite and inescapable. Its power is purest, most potential for change itself. And then my final hour. Your power must have grown too strong. Your spirit resonated within the that of Algol. Another possibility exists, however. This is my final improvement for speaking again. In my current life, I have examined closely secrets locked inside my memory, and I discovered a connection to fate or future memories, if you will. As such, I am able to predict destiny of people and direction the world is heading. When I met you, however, I was at a loss. And so I entrusted you with the Libra of Soul, the spirit scales. According to the movements in the scales caused by your actions means there is now a discrepancy between my memory and the happenings of the world, as though an alternate version of history had been created. Well, duh, this is actually a freaking reboot beginning at the events of the first SoulCalibur game. Pretty much a reboot of this. The original SoulCalibur that was released on the Dreamcast. That's what this game is. SoulCalibur rebooted. And I need to put some tape on that crack in this jewel case. Damn. The truth is been given to me a valuable clue. Helped me envision the next move in my plan, and if the conclusion is correct... A wry smile appeared on Zesamel's face. Things could get very interesting indeed. That Zesamel left in silence.
Your soul surges in your body.
Yeah, that's when it unlocks the end of Zesamel's story. Now, if you do the main story, do every character's independent story, you won't get everything. Okay, that's where I have to stop you there. 2 and 3 were the only good ones. 4, the character creation sucked beyond all recognition, and they freaking decided, hey, let's make Star Wars characters as guest characters. That way we can promote another video game. Having Star Wars characters in 4 ruined it worse than the character creation did. And bro, before we go any further, I'm going to let you know I am a Star Wars fan. Of the original trilogy and the prequel trilogy. I love Star Wars. Heck, my favorite character is actually Boba Fett, the guy who only got a few lines in the original trilogy. But throwing in Star Wars characters until the DU happened, talking about Disney Universe. But let me explain. I'm a huge fan of Star Wars, but I'm also a huge fan of SoulCalibur. When the Star Wars characters were announced for SoulCalibur 4, the SoulCalibur family was like, you gotta be shitting me, while the frickin' Star Wars fan was like, no! It can't be true! It can't be possible! That's how I felt. And hell, Yoda got banned from freaking official tournaments for being the cheapest character. They should have banned all the Star Wars characters from tourneys. I know, I've done a few tournaments with 8-way run. Never made it far, but I did. But yeah, 4 in my opinion was a mistake, but the biggest mistake of all, the worst Soul Calibur game, in my opinion, well, it's actually tied between 4 and 5, right? 5 only had a better character creation than 4, as well as freaking Ezio as a guest character, which I liked because I could see that. I could see Ezio fighting Soul Calibur characters. But I didn't like the fact they had only one story mode, no independent arcade endings. That one story mode sucked for the rest of the reasons the game did. It's set 15 years into the future. Though it gave us an actual date of the events of Soul Calibur 2 through 4, which everybody's been wanting for a long time, they cut out a lot of the good characters, and they removed Relic from Mitsurugi's moveset. And hell, Alpha Patroclus and Omega Pura? Phew. Wasted character slots. Actually, another good thing was pretty much the return of Edgemaster. Though they didn't need 3 characters that could use every weapon in the game. And not to mention, it confirmed that Keelik and Xianghua may have had a kid together, but they never got together in the end. The best ship dead. They killed the greatest ship of Soul Calibur. Because though they had a kid, the kid was pretty much raised in the wilds, neither parent taking responsibility. But Xianghua married some general and had a daughter with the general. I could rant for hours of everything I see wrong with Soul Calibur V, more than I could 4. I used to like 5, but I grew to hate it. Actually, I'm going to see what the thing in Italy opened is. Shattered Silence. And sailing more towards the silence, the arrows and familiar figure charged at me. Yeah, this is just a regular mission. Trust me, I could write a full rant about Soul Calibur 4 and 5 both. 2 was a great game. 3 is the best. I hate that move. I can never use that move with Raphael.
Wrong move.
They hate stuns.
It's time. What? It's time. What?
You had a chance to be defeated by my critical edge. You should have took it. Ooh, another 63 weapon. I already got a better one. Let's see what this is. Fine for scoundrels. In search of strength. Another shattered silence. Capture the cinnamon thieves and fortune's burden the... Oh, looks like I got another thing I can do. Looks like I missed a little story arc. I found... Nope, it's just one I never completed. And found the hidden ruins of the forest is about to discover truth beyond the curse that terrified the elderly man, so... Beat all opponents within the time limit? I can do that. I met the old man trusted me, pointed to a forest deep inside which were cursed ruins where a treasure hid. By the time I arrived at the forest's edge, though, they had already gone dark. As soon as I entered the forest, I felt like I was being watched. This feeling only grew as I followed the map towards the road. Suddenly, my watchers revealed themselves. I lit my lantern, and countless skeletons came into view, shuffling their way towards me through the trees. Some of them looked ancient, while others looked quite fresh. This is familiar evil emanating from the shambling corpses. This curse must be the curse of old man mentioned. Every moment passed, more skeletons gathered around me. I need to destroy them before it's completely surrounded. Gotcha, bonehead. How long I fought I couldn't say. When the last skeleton fell, the sky was already glowing with the light of dawn. I blinked, realizing the ruins sought before me. Exhausted, dragged myself forward, following the flat stairs down towards the earth. The stairs led me to a vast chamber. Cast the light around the room, revealing a terrifying mural covering the entirety of a massive wall. The mural showed a figure proudly standing at the top of a mountain of corpses, holding a massive axe with a single eye embedded in it. Countless bizarre symbols were carved everywhere, each of them emanating the same dark energy the skeletons above had. An altar loomed in the center of the chamber, surrounded by ancient vases. Tried lifting one up, found it extremely heavy. I broke open the vase's seal, accepted a brim jewels and gold. So many had come seeking this vast fortune, paid for it with their lives. The old man may have made it out alive, but he was forever changed. I began to feel a malevolent weight of this pressed upon me. Thinking the army had dead instead of the disturbing mural. Can't believe I'm so devastating instead of disturbing. I now knew why the old man had said he just wanted to forget it all. Yeah, I might as well do a quick capture of cinnamon thieves. Diane is producer Simmons, spice favored by royalty and upper classes. Expectations owners came gained request. Alright, this ought to be quick. There have been irregular thefts and Cinnamon Farm Manager asked me to stop them. Says waiting storehouse produced Cinnamon. After a while, a group of people arrived. I moved to stop them from entering. Band of ruffians fell upon me. Captured thieves, detective manager, their youths from a neighboring village. The manager is pleased with my service, providing me with wealth, expensive spice. Another Astral Fisher. Oh, somebody's created Cassandra. Looks based mainly on the SoulCalibur IV version. Can't wait till the real Cassandra comes out. Oh, I hate when that happens, dude. Only soul charge attacks are effective? Okay. But yeah, man. When your sparkling water now tastes like regular water, that sucks. Oh, no, that really does stink, bro.
Ready? Wait here. You're mine. Your fate is sealed. It's time. Be gone. Cease. Take this. Scatter.
Sorry, I prefer the SoulCalibur 2 through 3 version. That Cassandra is my waifu.
Your fate is sealed. I know you. Ready? Ready? A show! Your fate is sealed! Feudal! Scatter! Your fate is sealed! A show! Feudal! Leap here! I know you! Feudal! Scatter! Combo! Ready? I know you! Your fate is sealed! You're right! Again!
The whole Astral Fisher nonsense. That's your sword.
Your soul surges in your body.
Explorer. A missed ambush, huh? Let's see what this is about. Obstructed by a morning mist, I didn't see my ambushers till it was too late. I hurriedly took defensive stance, prepared to battle. Just defeat all opponents. Simple enough.
Idiot. It's time.
Should've called the Oracle an idiot. You're the idiot for calling her that. Anyway, back to your subject is... I couldn't imagine like tasting the syrup. Just
Your soul surges in your body.
makes me feel bad, dude. Okay, looks like I did all the extras except for a few things. Yeah. The fires of hell nightmare. Darkest deeps of the void, beautiful flames leapt my body, searing skin and contorting all I could see. One last shred of consciousness remained in me, insatiable craving, impossible thirst for something. Oh, opponents are spell soul charged. Yeah, with the kombucha, whatever you call it, that's a gamble. Suddenly my ears ringing like a box of sandmill, my body felt hotter and molten iron as I was torn from my rest. A strange chaotic space stretched around me. Before I knew it, came here during my battle with Aswell. Seeing for me as a figure wreathed in demonic fire, gripped the blade soul-edged and glared at me. The whirling of mouth came from the creature, caused my hands to tremble around my weapon. My thoughts were in turmoil, but I understood one thing: fighting was the only option. Well, my only option was still.
Battle 1. Fight!
Second heat, Inferno. Whoa! Guess how Jackal's cakes, but damn. First time I've seen it. Well, second time since I started streams I've seen something knock off Oracle's pants.
Your fate is sealed. Ready? It's time. Ready?
Yeah, she does wear very risque undergarments. Then again, she used to be nobility. I came to his laying next to a campfire. Was it only a nightmare? I was certain it could have not be dismissed so casually. I felt like I was being watched. I could still somehow sense the malevolence radiating towards me from those dark flames. Fighting off feverish chills that threatened to overwhelm me, I started the sputtering campfire, waited till dawn. Stared at. Starred, stared, who cares? You got Hellfire's Embers. Unwelcome guest, missed ambush. Just a standard BS. Okay, gotta do Pounding Heart. I tried this before and failed epically. On my way to see Edgemaster, I thanked for everything, and never into a familiar face, Keelik, yada yada. Things telling me back home, returned to Master Swordsman Cave, yada yada. Experienced many things on my journey, but in the end, I was unable to fulfill my duty, but my true training has just begun. Oracle, since you two have changed from the last being, it has become some great obstacle? Keelik looked at me, eyes strong and sincere, yada yada. Would you do me the honor of telling me once more? Through battle, I hope to glimpse into what it is that you have fought and overcome. I nodded, Keelik smiled. Thank you, do my best to make it an interesting fight. Yes, stuff I can't speak. Arg. Keelik's parents were flawed, something about him felt different, holy almost. His breathing steadied, his eyes slowly opened, and he readied his staff. Hear the beating pulse of my soul. But yeah, he's freaking hard to beat doing this. I tried an earlier stream and failed epically.
Battle 1. Fight!
Harry, I'm ready. Could this be? Too close.
Battle 2. Fight!
Whoa. I won't move.
What are you unknowing?
Your fate is sealed.
This too is training.
What you're doing is... Well, ringing out's the only way you can defeat Keelik, pretty much.
Could this be? What? Could this be?
Ready? Finished.
Come on! Come on!
Ready?
Willpower!
Your fate is sealed.
Fight with all your might!
Like, seriously, when you face him here, he is near impossible to defeat the normal way like I finally did. The fastest way to beat him in this final fight against him is ring outs. Wait, times our weapons at class, you cannot remember. Finally ended our duel. The western sky is red as the setting sun. We each faced each other in silence and with a firm grip shook hands. Oracle, my story is long, but I have to ask you to listen to it to the end. Keelik began to tell me of his past, choosing his words slowly and deliberately. He told me how the evil took control of him and ignited the evil seed, how his sister and the woman he loved saved him from the dark forces held in his mind, how they lost their lives in the process, and how he told me of his days training with Edgemaster. I had cursed myself and my fate for so long, I questioned the very meaning of my life. But on my journey I learned to face myself. The people that I met taught me so much and so entrusted trusted their hopes to me. Perhaps I'm still too young and inexperienced to understand my reason for being. However, fate is carved with your own hands. I want to live for the people who place their hopes upon me, and for those I need to protect. Keelik gazed at the setting sun as reflected in the warm light. What did he see? Perhaps the face of someone dear to him? Keelik turned his head to look at me once more. Oracle, if I ever lose my way again, please, I want you to be the one that sets me back on the right path. No more words were necessary. I shook his hand and nodded once. Keelik nodded back. Sunset, harsh outline of Himalayas, soon illuminated by silvery light of the rising moon. I got a sense that the sky and stars were smiling down upon a man who had finally finished one of his many journeys.
Your soul surges in your body.
Okay, that, my friend, is just one of the many, many Extras. These are all to face ancients. Activate 1. You wish to face the trial? Your powers awaken, ancient master of the great sword. If the ancient one's newly awakened, you have a chance. Tell me where you... I'll tell you where to find a gate. You must hurry. To give me a location, the ancient edge master fell silent once more. Okay, so that ancient's in Japan. Usually they're like out in the middle of the sea. Of course, some serious enemy has to emerge. Like, I'm not expecting to win, I'm just going to show you what you have to end up facing later on.
Not yet!
It's time! Noodle!
Not yet! Not yet!
Still waiting why Jackal didn't attend. Oh, level 77 Hype Dough. Too bad I can't put my own custom slots in it. Wait. Weapons. Filter settings. Let's see. My other characters have mastered Raphael, mastered Ivy, and I know I've mastered Brawl. That one need to be 82 to wield. Shoot. Attack power. It looks like I'm gonna try to go in the way I am now. Okay. See if I should hire a mercenary. There's Umberto, Dominique, Grace. Yeah, I'm gonna frickin' sacrifice Dominique. There's no sign of an astral fish or anything usual when I arrived. It was a gate that led me to the ancient. The world seemed to shiver, suddenly our surroundings changed. The answer curious. How many times to visit this place? Present me had to be the ancient master of the great sword. Heard my resolve and raided my weapon. Ow.
Battle one.
Yeah, when you choose a mercenary, there'll be an AI fighting in your stead. As you can see, that mercenary is too weak. After you use your mercenary, you fight by using yourself.
Battle 1. Fight!
See what I mean, dude? These guys are freaking powerful as fuck. Oh, now you arrive. Facing an ancient right now. Ancients are like the freaking hardest enemies in Libra of Soul. Very funny, dude. Yo, you even wake, buddy?
Battle 1. Fight!
That's right, my mercenary takes the first bit. Oh, you useless merc. Aw, man, you finally arrive in... It was a minute since his last thing. I know you have to be awake, dude. Ah, there he is!
Battle 1. Fight!
Oh, Twitch died. Jackal, you killed Twitch. Damn.
Battle 2. Fight!
Holy, he's fully stripped the Oracle.
Soul of a warrior now lays here to rest.
I don't know, dude. But he managed to be the first opponent to strip the Oracle.
Battle 1. Fight!
Prove not to be useless, you stupid merc. That Merc was useless.
Battle 1. Fight! Battle 2. Fight!
Ready? Your fate is sealed! Ready? Ready? Scatter! Ready? Ready? It's time!
I'm gonna give up on this.
The soul of a warrior now lays here to rest.
Yeah, some odd reason she cannot keep her top off on, and earlier she actually lost her bottom. Anyway, that, my friends, is one of the extra final challenges you can face when you fully master a weapon style. I know. But yeah, overall, I'd have to consider Libra of Soul finished. But the stream is not over yet. I copied Libra of Soul creation after main 1, so I'm going to reveal a few secrets about her creation that you probably wouldn't have noticed. Yeah, that one's supposed to be Lost Justice. Okay. It's actually the pattern on her jacket and on the jeans. It's actually a newspaper pattern. Due to the shading, it's hard to tell. But yeah. Pretty much did this to make it look like she had some dirt stains and stuff on her coat when it's the natural blue color. Very funny. You and I both know the Oracle travels other worlds on a whim. But yeah, from the distance it's hard to tell it's a newspaper pattern. Actually got a few hidden patterns. Including the headband and neck have the ocean pattern. Same as her unmentionables. But yeah, I wanted to reveal that little secret. Actually, the reason the boots look the way they do is because of a pattern I put on them. So, how can I end this stream on a high note? A quick arcade mode. As the Oracle. Jackal, no more visual novel. You finally get just fights.
merchant ship replete with riches attracts more chaos than customers.
Let's get this over with.
Let me show you my blade's beauty.
Battle 1. Fight!
Man, I missed using the great sword.
Amusing. Not yet.
Victory goes to the last one standing.
Battle 2. Fight.
You're finished! Ha! Cut! Leave here! You're finished!
Victory goes to the last one.
Battle around.
3. Fight!
You're finished!
The battle is
Yeah, it was. Went perfectly into the drink.
so bravely.
I see even dogs have some honor.
I was right to choose otherworldly being as the voice. The elder sister of my waifu, Sophia. My waifu is Cassandra, who I can't wait for them to announce. Tuesday we're finally getting Amy in the game. I'm happy about that at least.
In a cursed castle hall, war...
Let's get this over with.
I am ready to fight you.
Battle 1. Fight!
Hard to believe this is pre-milk, Sophia.
You're finished! You're finished! Scatter!
Yeah, it's hard to believe this is Sophia pre-milk,
Goes to the
dude.
last one. Battle 2. Fight!
Got rid of her headband. Or laurels.
Battle 3. Fight!
Wallow in your weakness.
Okay, next. Tara. Freaking hate her.
The desire for power leads the warriors to the arid desert.
Let's get this over with.
It's gonna be fun to watch you grub.
Battle 1. Fight!
Come on.
You're finished!
No, she don't. crap, man. I am definitely not gonna get any frickin' medals now.
Battle 2. Fight.
You're finished. Noodle.
Battle 3. Fight.
You're finished. You're finished. Seriously. Ready? Noodle.
Battle 4. Fight.
You're finished.
The battle is over.
Should have stayed quiet.
Grawl. Svarvarther is Mitsurugi's western counterpart, then Grawl is Keelix. Just personal opinion, though.
Warriors cross swords.
Let's get this over with.
My mission is what matters. Not
Battle 1. Fight.
You're finished.
I must endure. Maintain order. No mercy.
Scatter.
Victory.
Battle 2. Fight.
You're finished.
Maintain order.
Not quite. Naive.
You're finished.
Battle 3. Fight. Flee.
You alright?
Yet another waste of my time.
Come on, Maria, in overtime on the stream. Xianghua.
Let's get this over with.
This is my big moment. I'm in.
Battle 1. Fight.
Man, I can't believe when I finally watched Melancholy of Haruhi Suzumiya, I didn't realize that was the same voice actors. I mean, come on. I always liked Shanghua's voice, though she was never my waifu in this series. Ever since I found out, I always expect Shangwa to say, Kyon, Kyon, hey Kyon!
Battle 2. Fight.
Wendy Lee is one hell of a voice actress.
Battle 3.
dogs have some honor.
Cervantes de Leon, huh? Time to be facing a pirate, arr! Jackal, too bad you weren't here at the beginning of the stream. You could ask Iz if he was still awake right now.
Flesh and souls are offered to the gods
I had the
against
most
death
butchered
chance.
French accent.
Let's get this over with.
You done talking yet? Battle 1. Fight!
You're finished!
No escape! Get ready!
He put me right into the drink.
Battle 2. Fight! Worthless! Where are you aiming?
You're finished!
Is that all? Battle 3. Fight! Take this! Save! No escape! No escape! Know your place! Get ready!
An oracle can never keep her top on.
You'll suffer for that!
I was about to be so proud of her, too. You remove her top, she destroys your hat.
Incinerate you! Fight!
Your fate is sealed!
I'll eradicate you! Get ready! No escape!
Your fate is sealed! I see even dogs have some honor.
Anybody still awake? Thing about arcade mode is always ends at the 8th match. So, not too long now, and the stream will be over. Well, I knew you were still sleeping, because you would have joked about Oracle's clothing.
The winds fan the flames.
Let's get this over with.
I'm not afraid anymore.
The funny thing is my buddy
1.
Lyrical loves Talon. And again, he was about her age when when SoulCalibur 2 came out. But yeah, Talon was always his favorite.
Battle 2. Fight!
Main thing we had in common is our favorite characters came out in SoulCalibur 2. Him it was Talon, me as Cassandra.
Battle
I'll
3.
do my best.
Fight!
Yeah, I've given up on medals, but key secret if you're trying to get
The battle
royal times, never use your critical edge. Never use critical edge if you're trying to do that stuff because it takes up time. Alright, final fight. Let's see if the Oracle can defeat the Witcher.
warriors' spirits are full.
Let's get this over with.
Come on, let's do this. Battle 1. Fight!
Ready? Ha! Cha! Ta!
Ah, crap, I forgot. He's an expert at ringing people out. Damn you, Gerard.
Battle 2. Fight!
Ha, ring out for a ring out.
Battle 3. Fight!
Face me!
Battle 4. Fight! Try again.
Your hand! It's time! Be gone! Leave here! Crumble! Cease!
The battle is over.
Wallow in your weakness.
Congratulations.
I managed to get silver after all. And the first time I faced Gerard with all my clothing intact at the end. Oh man, I ended up getting a trophy with frickin' one of my SoulCalibur fanfic characters, Hollow, and she was pretty much stripped all the way down to her socks. Alright guys, I'm gonna end the stream here. Sorry you fell asleep. Jackal, thanks for attending. I can officially say SoulCalibur streams are over. I'm trying to decide which game I'm gonna get back to when I start streaming again. But thank you for attending, everyone. And please, have a good evening. And I really need a good outgoing phrase. Stay lit, my friends. Oh, Mario.